Morning all, Burnley today, near Burnley, out on site, Thursday's video. We're actually on a job. I'm not, no work gear on today, but we're doing a stone slate roof on an old barn, part of a DEFRA scheme, restoring old barns on farms around the Bowland area, Trough of Bowland. So we've got a few of these that's going on at the minute. This one's been going on now for about 4 weeks. I did start doing a video. I had good aspirations of doing a video on roofing on this. So I did do the first video before it got stripped and the scaffolding had just gone up. And with everything else going on, didn't manage to complete it. But what I'll do now, I'll put that first video in, so it might not make much sense, but you can have a look and see what the roof condition was like before we started, because I didn't take many photos, but I'll try and edit it down so it makes sense. And so I'll put that in now. Well, we managed to find a dry day in July. Check this out. Just started a new job today in Lancashire, good old Lancashire. And as you can see, there's a farmhouse there, but we're doing this barn section up to that chimney. No one's done up with it for a bit, and it is on the DEFRA grant scheme for doing the barns. We've already done one on this farm, and this is the second one we're doing now. But as you can see, we've finally got a fair collapsing. That's the principal rafter that's gone there, that's caused that collapse on the roof on that side. Stone slates, they're all in pretty good nick. We've started stripping. They are pretty good, which makes a change because the last one was awful slates and we ended up putting about 80% new on. So this is might just be a nice change, because finding these bad lads is hard work, to be honest. So we're going to get stripping today, get it all down, and then hopefully tomorrow we can have a look at this timber work. We've got a crash deck inside there as well, just down at eaves level, just so that these boys don't end up falling through it. So that's going to keep them nice and safe. We'll have it round to the side. The other side's looking a bit better. I've got a slight dip in it, but it's not too bad. I think there's some timber repairs to do on this side, but it's that water ingress. Once you get these slip slates like this one here, it is actually still covering the joint, and somebody has put a little slate in to stop it happening. But these ones that have slipped there, the actual head joint, which is there, it'll be leaking in there. So if there's any timber underneath that, it'll be getting wet and decaying. Same with that one up there. So it is mega important that these slip slates are changed, just for maintenance purposes, to stop this decay happening in the internal timber structure. But because it's a barn, no one notices the internal dripping and wetness, so the timbers just keep getting wetter and wetter and eventually collapse. So these boys are going to get stripped, and we'll have a nip back tomorrow and have a look at this timber work. So this is where we're up to now. We've basically stripped it from the chimney down this side. We haven't done the house roof, it's just the barn side that we're doing. You've probably just seen the video now where it shows all this has been collapsed. We'll go inside in a sec and have a look at the timber repairs we've done on it. We've put some new rafters on it, but lads are doing a cracking job putting old slates back on. Looking well. Done the hardest part. There's a lot of misaligned slates between the barn and the house, so we straightened all them up, and we've got all that sorted out, and so they're just running these courses in. So I reckon a week we'll have this one done. We'll just go and have a look around the other side This is the other side. Here we go. Again, we had a lot of issues around the integration between the two roofs, a lot of slip slates around there, so lads have straightened all that up. Weird detail on that chimney that there's no lead on it. The actual slates are built into the chimney, which is a bit funny, but we're not changing it, and we will just put a mortar fillet on there. The slating's been arranged so it works. It's a complicated detail, but it's good. So yeah, I mean, there's probably a day's work in that, just finishing that bit off, ridge tiles on, so hopefully we'll be away from here in 2 weeks. We'll just nip down and have a look inside this timber work that we've done on the truss. Here we are inside the barn. We've got a crash deck scaffolders have put in for us so we could get access onto doing the truss repairs and the roof repairs. The main cause of this was a collapsed principal rafter that now has been spliced. We didn't take the full principal rafter out, we just did what was required as a splice. So you'll have seen from my first video that I did not do. So this is the principal rafter, and what we've done, we've spliced it in here and put a new section in, running up to the ridge. We've got new strut that's gone in. We're not too sure why this was in, but it was. We just talked about with the architects, we're just going to put some corkscrews, 3 corkscrews up through there, just to stop any deflection on that. And then yeah, we put a steel plate in this bottom section. We had a huge rot section in there. I'll just bob some photos in showing what the lads have done on that. And we have got a rod then that is pocketed into here, which is holding this strut down onto the tie beam. Also got a couple of new purlins that we've put in and pegged as well, traditionally, and you'll have seen from outside, got a new purlin up on this one here and some new rafters in. So cracking on. We've got this crash deck coming out this week. Well, no, actually, Thursday. No, we're going to clean up in here. So yeah, next week crash deck will come out, and like I say, hopefully we'll get this cracked off in the next week and a half. Right, off to Burnley now. Look at a church to Price, doing some roofing work on it, and then back to the office. So yesterday I did say that we're going to show you something that was in the yard that we've been working on. Now, we have always done cleaning of historic buildings, many different formats of that, and we have currently got a Thermatech system. We generally do this on our own sites, and we don't really get involved with doing it for other people because it's just a nightmare getting all the kit out, throwing it in a van, getting it all set up. So it works for us as a company doing our own, but we do get asked a lot to do cleaning on other people's buildings or other projects, which generally we turn down because, I say, it's just a hard job to get it, just do it as an individual project or a task. So what we've thought now is we're going to set up another kind of little company on the side of what we do anyway, that's just going to be doing cleaning on historic buildings, monuments and things like that. So this is the first part of it. We're just working on the Thermatech system, so I'll just show you around what we've done in here. So this is just a twin axle box trailer that we've got, and what we've done from the back there, we've put in a Duramax tank there for a water holding tank. That's connected up from up here. We've put hose lock line in, and basically that runs in reverse, that, so we can clip that onto a tap, runs around this line down here and then fills the tank up. We can also switch that inlet off, so then it comes across and down and then just directly comes into the system itself. So if we've got a water supply, we don't need to use the tank. We're just still on with doing this, so we've got the exhaust from the generator running up there, we've wrapped it, we've got a shroud, heat-proof shroud to put on there yet still, it's just currently being fabricated. So we've got around our 8 kVA Jenny that's running our Thermotech. We've got spare lancers, hose pipes, everything like that we need in there. We've got a system on these back doors here, and then what we've done on the back doors, we've mounted hot water hand wash soap coming out of there. We've got a little 12-volt pump down there so that we can wash his hands and everything. We're still working on this yet, still in progress, but hopefully it should be ready to rock and roll in a week or so. We've also got a vac recovery system that we use with the Thermotech as well. That's going to end up going in here. So yeah, just a little insight into what we're doing. We've got a new van to buy and some other bits of kit that you'll probably see next week's video. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on it. So we're also in the workshop as well. Matt is just welding up some stillages back here. The job that we had up in Durham on the church, I did a video about it, a little intro on it. So that got postponed because of nesting barn owls, and we are due back there in mid-September, and all the slates that we're going to strip off are going in stillages, which Matt is just making now. So what we've got is we actually bought these stillages in, and it's a lot cheaper to buy them in than try and make them. So we're just wanting to stack slates in these. We're going to put some, we've got some concrete reinforcing mesh, some 252 that's going in the bottom that Matt's just welding in now, and then we've got some 146 there that's going to make the sides up. So we've got, I think, 12 of these to do. He's just doing it workshop at the minute. So yeah, I'll just show you some that he's already done. That's one that done earlier today. So we've put some pretty big welds on, just hold it all together. Just make sure there's no rebar or mesh, maybe, sticking out the top. So hopefully they'll be strong enough, get the slate stacked up in there. Happy days. Might throw a bit of paint on them, make them look a bit posher, red oxide or something, just to do it. But all these slates are going to get stacked in a container that is now on site, 20-foot container that we took there a couple of weeks ago. So all these are being stored inside, but these need to be stored securely. And what we're going to do as well is we're going to measure them all so that we can let the architects know exactly what slates they've got and how much is needed then to restore the roof on the church. Well, that's it for today. A little short video, like I say, all dressed up, nice and posh in the office, pricing work and having meetings and whatever. So yeah, hopefully I'm trying to be out at another job in Lancaster tomorrow, so we'll do tomorrow's video as well. See you later.